year is just going to be a disaster. Should we really still be doing our no buy challenge?
Welcome to No Ordinary Friendship.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Teresa.
Let's catch up. Hello, listeners.
Hi.
And hello, Teresa.
Hi, Emily.
Here we are in January still.
But what a wild ride it's been.
Truly. Like, people are saying, what is going on with 2025? And I could not agree more.
It's a bit much.
It's a bit much.
For the first month of the year.
They're throwing a lot at us.
Don't we just kind of ease into the new year? Why is there so much happening?
Maybe we're just like getting it all out of the way now, and then the rest of the year will be smooth.
Okay, let's talk about that because I kind of have that in our breaking news section too.
Okay.
Well, part of the reason that we have a roller coaster of emotions is because of the TikTok ban. Mm-hmm. And
which is like, I'm almost getting fatigued, like talking about it and hearing about it and thinking about it, but it's like continuing to be something I care about.
I don't really know what's going to happen. And kind of like what you said, how on July 19th, the app isn't going away.
January 19th.
Yeah, sorry.
That's actually Charlie's birthday, July 19th.
January 19th, the app isn't going away, but it's just not going to be able to update. It's not going to be able to
We don't know. Nobody knows.
It's very confusing. And now the CEO of TikTok is going to be at Trump's inauguration, sitting with all those other tech billionaires.
And Biden's administration said they are not going to enforce the ban.
I know this is all going to be super...
People are going to be like, this is old news.
Yeah, very old news. But what has been really funny is I think for a long time, people thought for sure it's going to be banned. And so there's like a whole flock of people going to Red Note.
Yeah, the TikTok refugees.
Yeah, the TikTok refugees, which is technically all of us in the U.S. Is it called Red Note or Red Book?
I guess it's called Red Note. But for those of you who understand Chinese, like you would think it would be Little Red Book, right?
小红书, yeah.
But maybe they mean like notebook, like a 小书 or something. So maybe that's why it's short for
But
Red
isn't
Note.
it like the literal Communist Party book or something?
I guess that's the inspiration. But supposedly it's their version of Instagram / Pinterest or something.
Yeah. It's been really funny to watch all the TikToks though. For people that I literally walked Steven through like all the funny things that are happening on TikTok right now as people say their quote unquote goodbye tour.
Yeah.
My favorites, just so we have them out there, are people saying goodbye to their Chinese spy on TikTok.
That's a good one.
And saying how they like are gonna go meet their new spy on Red Note, but they don't want to say goodbye to their TikTok spy or TikTok Chinese spy because they built that For You page brick by brick. Like that Chinese spy knows me better. I did see this one woman. She's white but married to a Asian guy, and clearly they just like went to China and got married and all that. She's like, you guys, I went to China to meet my TikTok spy. He was so nice to me. He brought me flowers, and we eventually got married. And she had all these pictures.
And there have been so many people who have been really welcoming too from Red Book or Red Note. And then I've seen people say the U.S. has been lying to us because here's what I thought China was. And they see like a poor, like lonely villager or orphan. And then they show like the Shanghai skyscrapers. And it's like, we're not buying into this anymore.
It is kind of crazy, like just within a couple of days, how much like Chinese lifestyle and the technology there has really opened up like regular Americans' eyes.
Yeah.
Because they see the content that's over there.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's been very interesting or like friendly discourse
for the most part.
I saw a lot of TikToks that were also like, I'd rather move to China than give Zuckerberg any inch of my data.
Zuckerberg sounds like he's having a moment too, in a bad way.
I don't listen to Joe Rogan.
I don't
Did
either.
you hear or see clips of him on Rogan?
What happened?
And how he's going to bring more, he needs more
masculine energy.
Masculine energy. Yeah, that was part of it. But then there was like a whole nother, I don't know. He looks like he's going through a rebranding himself.
Yeah. Well, this is total speculation because it's just comments on TikTok.
Divorce?
Yeah. Well, they were like, oh, all of those grand gestures, like the statue for his wife, it means he fucked up.
Oh.
Like he did something wrong, but she's probably not buying it. And then what's to come? Maybe a divorce.
Wait.
And that makes sense with the rebrand of himself or like really focusing on masculinity.
I thought the rebrand was just because of the whole Trump thing, but that makes sense with his wife.
I don't know. These are just comments of people I don't know.
Well, like, because you know how you like got a whole perm, like he's wearing gold chain. And so, yeah, I did see like people commenting that maybe he's going through something, but the grand gesture thing, I actually was thinking dismissing it because of the grand gestures. I was like, no, he loves his wife so much, but no,
I don't know.
he probably did fuck up.
Yeah, who knows? But also, like we said off the podcast, we can't ditch Facebook because of the Buy Nothing group and the mom
and
Facebook
the mom
groups.
And Marketplace. We also love Marketplace. Yeah. God damn it. I know.
Maybe someone can create an app just for Buy Nothing.
But you know what? We're not going to interact with anybody else but those groups.
That's true. Okay.
Wait, there's another thing I want to say about Red Note, though.
Oh, yes.
I think Chinese people have been asking Americans questions too. And they're like, is it actually true that if you're like in an emergency, you have to call and pay a lot of money for an ambulance?
Or is true. I can verify.
And they're like, that sounds just like propaganda, right? And people are like, no, that's absolutely true.
Or I saw they were asking for help on their English homework.
The elementary school kids, right? And some people are getting it wrong.
I was tempted to download it actually, just to like be in the know of what was going on, but I haven't yet. If TikTok really goes away, I might download it.
I think I might download it. I just haven't yet either because I need to reset my Apple ID password. And it's like a whole thing.
Oh, that is a big barrier.
Yeah. Okay, the next thing I want to tell you was Parable of the Sower.
Okay.
Did you see anything about this?
No, but it sounds like doomsday-y or something.
It's a name of a book that was written in the early 90s by this woman. And I think she's either based in Pasadena or the book is based in Pasadena. Okay. But it essentially talks about the year 2025 starting off with a bunch of wildfires in LA or a bunch of like large fires in LA.
What?
And then it just gets worse from there.
Does it talk about TikTok getting banned?
Like, there's other more important things, okay? Then it talks about like cholera and measles like later in the year.
My mom just told me about how people are getting measles.
Yeah, because people don't vaccinate.
That's crazy. But also she was saying like the measles vaccine is only good for like X number of years, so that some people actually need to like revaccinate.
Oh.
I don't know.
But isn't it like 10 plus years at least or 20 plus years?
I don't know, but like when was the last time we got a measles vaccine?
Probably when we were like
kids.
5.
Yeah. Okay, we'll look into that.
Okay, we'll revisit that one.
What else about the book?
I think it's just crazy that...
Should we read it to prepare?
People have been buying it. I think it's like... Oh. But I kind of questioned it at first. I'm like, maybe just like that one small little thing, you know? But it is interesting that it's so coincidental. That's 2025, fires in LA.
Yeah.
And then it gets like further down the rest of the year and it just gets worse. So I like to believe that it's not true.
I would hope not.
But also it's plausible,
like,
right?
If this year is just going to be a disaster, should we really still be doing our no buy challenge? Like,
Emily, I love where your mind goes. You gotta tell me what's on your list.
YOLO. You know, I told Victor because he has been so busy and he is sick, so he didn't listen to our latest podcast. And I was like, oh, did you hear Teresa and I are doing a no buy challenge for 3 months? And he was like, what's the point in that? You're just gonna go like make up for it in April. And I was like, thanks for being supportive. But it's probably true.
It's probably because he's a little sick, so he's just like...
No, I'm definitely the one who's been grumpy. Solo parenting, which I think we'll talk about later. You had somewhere.
Okay. Tell me about Basecamp.
Basecamp.
That workout class?
Listeners, yes. Be proud. I have done more workout classes than last year already because I did one. Our friend Jessica invited me to join her. Wow. They were having a promotion, $5 for 5 days.
Wow.
I did one class.
Wait, is
but
that
for
the
$5?
one? Is that the one with the assault bike?
What's an assault bike?
Okay, you tell me what.
It is a bike. There's a bike, and then it's kind of like Barry's where you like go cardio and then like floor stuff. Okay. But it's way less intense. Like nobody's yelling at you.
How many minutes is it?
So most classes are 45, but then unbeknownst to me, she invited me to sign up for a 50-minute one, which it wasn't that bad, but I was scared because supposedly it's like more challenging. It's like 110 seconds and then you switch.
I hate that. No, okay, keep going.
But surprisingly, I mean, I'm super sore, but I was like, after not working out for a long time, like I didn't die.
It feels good, right? After the class?
It does feel good, but now looking back, I'm like, I should have pushed myself more. I was just so nervous.
You got 5 days.
That I was, no, because today's already like day 3, and then the weekend I'm not going to go, so.
No, you can go. You definitely can go. It's only 45 minutes.
That's true. I could, but I don't know if I will. But okay, I feel like this says something about me more than anything else. She already told me like, oh, it's not that scary. It's not that intense. It's very friendly, and like you can go at your own pace. But I actually think I prefer someone yelling at me, pushing me, and like, of course, at Barry's, I'm the least fit one. And in this class, I didn't necessarily think I was. And it was like a bad thing. Yeah. I haven't worked out in so long. And I also know it's January. Like everybody's on their health kick. People who maybe aren't regulars are like trying it out like me. But I was like, I don't know. I want to be the weakest link.
You want that motivation.
Have that aspiration to be like, whoa, look what I could do.
I totally agree with you. And I also feel like, I don't know, maybe it's a suburban thing too.
Maybe.
Because remember in SF, I feel like people are just far more intense.
Yeah.
And we went to all these classes where no kids went. And fitness is definitely like a much higher priority there than I feel like it is in the suburbs.
Yeah.
I feel the same way about the ones around here too, because
interesting. Except for that gym you went to where it was like kicked your ass.
Right. You gotta find the right,
find the middle,
the right suburban, because that suburban town is definitely full of moms that like work out all the time.
They have nannies,
sure. Right. Or they have older kids, I guess, or they just prioritize it.
Yeah, I do want to. I know this is like just fluff coming out of my mouth, but I do want to prioritize
know you well enough
for my health more so than for like physical looks. But like I want to be healthier from the inside out this year.
I like that.
Please hold me accountable.
How? Okay, what are your measurable?
I don't know. Again, I need someone to yell at me.
Smart goals. Specific, measurable, actionable.
Yes. Should we come up with an annual plan and you have to give me a quarterly review?
And then we're all going to shame you publicly if you don't do it. You need something.
I need something.
I need something too. I do think making it a regular weekly thing, like just put on your calendar, that is your priority. Don't even work around it. Don't try to slot it in.
Yeah. But also like that's the problem. Like I don't want to spend money, but like going to a workout class that you're spending more money, it does force you to do it because you're like, oh, what a waste.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing my mirror because I'm like, oh, it's $40 a month. But if I do it once or twice, it seems worth it. And I barely do that.
I know. It does get to a point though sometimes where I have definitely just been like, oh, I know. Like,
oh, well.
Like, I know it's a $35 class, but I really don't want to go.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have the solution.
Okay. Well, I know for sure you're going to another class next week. Do you think you're going to sign up? Is our friend a monthly
She's
or
on
a regular
monthly,
member?
yeah. Yeah, I might give it another month or so because they have all these good promotions right now.
Yeah.
I think I can like sign up and try it out. And have a buddy because she goes like weekly. Yes. You know, I'm antisocial.
Does she go on a regular schedule?
I'm not sure. I think she tries to go like mornings, like 8:15, which I can't make that because I'm doing drop off. Yeah. But we did a 9:15 class together, and so I don't know. We'll see.
The buddy system, it works.
I need a buddy.
Okay, guess how much?
Okay.
I got Jack in the Box the other day.
What? Blast from the past.
Guess how? Yes, and I wanted to bring it up because you and I used to go to Jack in the Box all the time.
All the time, around 1 to 2 a.m.
Yes, probably around 2.
When the club's closed.
Yeah, because listeners, when we were in SF, there was a club that we would frequent sometimes. It was right across the street was Jack in the Box. So, but we had our go-to orders.
Yes. Junior bacon cheeseburger, mozzarella sticks, and a shake.
Yeah. Oh, you got a shake too.
Yes, okay. Cookies and cream.
Mine was the Jumbo Jack and the jalapeno poppers. But guess.
I remember one time you dropped it on the ground right outside.
And you know what? Emily took a picture and posted it on Facebook with a sad face as the caption.
And no, I think that day I happened to get like an extra burger in my order that I didn't order. So I think I gave it to you.
Oh, thank you so much.
The universe was watching out
I have no idea how much those cost now. Okay, but guess how much like a regular sourdough jack costs now?
I have no idea. $7.99.
Okay, you're pretty close. Oh. It was like $8.50.
I am a fast food frequenter.
But guess how much the the jalapeno poppers.
How
3
many?
of them
3.
cost
$3.99.
It was like 5. It was
for 3?
Yes, between $5 and $6. This is also DoorDash, so maybe they
Ooh.
jacked up the prices a little bit.
Maybe.
Okay, one last question. Mozzarella sticks, your favorite.
I want some now.
How much do those cost?
For 3? Well, if the jalapeno poppers are already. Also, $7.
They discontinued it. It's no longer on the menu.
Oh my gosh.
I was just looking through the app looking for it, and I was like, oh, maybe they just don't deliver. I even went on the Jack in the Box website and like clicked on the menu.
It wasn't a big seller.
I was thinking maybe it's too expensive.
I really want some now. Like, you have incepted me fully.
You gotta get the marinara sauce.
Yes. The marinara. If you don't have marinara sauce, you might as well not eat mozzarella sticks.
Right.
That's my perspective.
Right. Yeah, even when we didn't have Jack in the Box, like we went to a different club that weekend, we would go to our local supermarket and get the freezer version.
Yes. Cala Foods. Shout out. R.I.P. Although I think it's a Trader Joe's now, which is better.
Yeah.
But probably not 24 hours.
No, definitely not.
Cala Foods actually was amazing for us for multiple reasons, because we would also go there, buy something to get cash back, because we had to take taxis back in the day.
And they were all cash only.
Yes. What a different life.
What a weird life now that I think about it.
I don't even know where my debit card is these days.
We tried to tip at brunch last week, and all of us were like, we don't have any cash. We don't have any cash.
Only our one responsible friend,
yes,
who is a listener, had cash.
Shout out to our one responsible friend.
Yes. Okay, my guess how much is I sold a high chair on Facebook Marketplace. Mm-hmm. Actually, I bought it also used already from the Playa Vista moms. I can't quite remember, but I'm pretty sure I bought it for like $50. Mm-hmm. It's a wood high chair. It's not the Stoke, but it's very similar. Mm-hmm. Guess how much I sold it for?
Is that how you pronounce it?
What is it? Stock?
Stokey?
Stokey? I don't know.
Stokey.
I don't know how to pronounce it. Listeners, chime in.
Okay, so it looks like that. It's like inspired by that design. And
yeah,
has all
I actually don't know.
Features.
It could be like older than the Stoke. It's just like a different.
How much you sell it for? 75.
Close. Well, I listed for 80 and I sold it for 70.
Good.
But I think I made a profit.
You did make a profit.
The thing is, it's if you buy it new now, it's like $210. And honestly, like, they don't age that much because it's wood. Yeah. There is like a padded backrest and seat, and those, got a little dirty over time, but it's not bad. So I felt fair selling it for that much, given how much you would have to pay.
Right.
But I have another one I'm trying to sell, and nobody has bought it
bites yet.
Yeah. Because the girls decided together that they don't want high chairs anymore. Instead, they just want to sit on normal chairs and have their face be like chin level with the table.
Yeah, it gets really messy though.
So messy. And we have like cloth chairs, so they're getting so many stains. Yep. I've just accepted that I'm gonna like change them out when they're a little older.
It's very disgusting in our kitchen right now. We have them sit on the kids' table and chairs.
Oh, yeah, smart.
It's a little bit too small for them actually, but it's easier to clean. And then we also have white cloth chairs, which is just stupid. But I've also just accepted it. Yeah, there's towels over them, but they rub all over the place.
Yeah, so messy. Okay, this one is super random. I have recently, in the past month, I would say, received 2 class action settlements that I didn't even know that I should be part of. But I'm not going to say no to free money.
No. You cash that check right away.
And I love class action stuff because they're like, if you want to participate, you don't have to do anything. It's like, okay, sign me up. But one of them, I really don't know if it was meant for me. It was a Verizon settlement. And in my
For what?
I don't know.
Like phone?
But to my knowledge, I never had a Verizon plan.
Oh, well, cash that check.
Guess how much the amount was?
I mean, you're laughing. $3?
Very close. $2.73.
Oh, very close.
But what was it for?
That's pretty good.
I mean, who won in this scenario?
You're like, why did I even get this?
And that one was just direct deposited to my account. So I don't even know when did I
even get that
I don't
information?
know. When did I I don't think I submitted
Is this a scam?
But why are they giving me money if it's a scam?
But what if it's just testing to make sure that it's a legit
I hope
bank
not.
account?
I don't know.
And you accepted it.
Well, it was through Zelle. So, like, I didn't have to do anything. But also, I agree. Like, I don't even know how they had the account information.
Well, I think you only need name or like an email address.
Oh, true. Another one I got was there's this chain of pet stores in LA called Healthy Spot, and we used to get Waffle groomed there. And this one I actually know we probably are legitimately part of it because one time we groomed her there and she got like an eye injury from, we're not sure, but we think it's like the shampoo or something got in. We had to take her to the vet and she had to do like drops. Luckily, like no permanent damage. And I'm confused though because I thought they actually handled it very well. They paid for like our vet bill and stuff. But then there was a lawsuit because some dogs actually I think died or like got other injuries. Groomer? Yeah, it's weird. And I don't know the whole story, but there was a lawsuit and we're part of it because we were probably listed somewhere.
Right.
Guess how much that settlement was?
Are they a chain? A big chain?
I don't know, maybe like 10, 15 locations. Total guess.
$15.
$3,000.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, well, I feel weird, but okay.
That's crazy.
And I just want to say I'm continuing to manifest wealth in 2025. So it started out at $2.73, but it's going up.
But that's great that they found your address and
I think I got an email. They didn't send it yet. Because apparently this is too much money, so I have to fill out a tax form.
Oh, you're going to get taxed.
Yeah. But
that's all right. Still free money.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah. Oh, those poor dogs.
I know. Anyway, pop culture. We had nothing in pop culture, friends. So I just put a random thing that nobody cares about. But you know Spencer and Heidi?
No, well, people care.
I've never watched The Hills. So I don't really know them. But I know they were kind of the like disliked characters.
He was definitely the villain.
But Spencer, I think partially because of the LA wildfires. So I don't know. It's like silver lining. Some good is coming out of a horrible event. He reached 1 million followers on TikTok.
He's close to 2 million by now.
Is he? Yeah. Oh, I haven't been following, but I was like, yay, good for him because they were some of the celebrities that lost their home.
Yeah.
And another thing that was really nice is people have been using Heidi's song because I guess you get paid if people use your sound on TikTok too.
That and also like he was trying to reach #1 on Billboard, I think, and iTunes.
Oh, really?
And so I think you get paid from that as well.
Oh.
And more exposure in general. Or he was like hyping up his wife to do that. It's kind of crazy that they're still together. He was definitely the villain. And but he was at 950,000-ish. Like a couple weeks ago, he's like, great, the only like social media platform where I'm like so close to 1 million. He has like a really dry sense of humor. It's going away now. And he just kept posting and posting and posting. It's like literally posting nonstop. And people were like, this is the strangest thing to happen to me because I hated you. Like my millennial self hated you back on the hills. And for some reason, I love you now. And I wanted to support you. Mm-hmm.
Did you hate him?
Yeah.
Why?
I think he was
just like a douche.
No, he was seen as like the toxic boyfriend that was pulling Heidi away from her quote unquote real friends. But in reality, like Lauren Conrad and Heidi were not. They were friends, but not really.
It seemed like a lot of it was very scripted too.
Yeah.
So you don't know what to believe.
Yeah. Like Heidi or Spencer has 1 million TikToks and people were like, it's like Spencer is that Titanic violin as like TikTok is like going towards the band. Because he skyrocketed. And even one of his most played or most viewed TikToks right now is him being like, well, I was a nobody. Everybody said I was a nobody, a broke guy. And for some reason, my house burns down now. Everyone says I'm a rich celebrity now. And I shouldn't get any empathy. And so people are like kind of mean to them still. But he's just kind of barreling forward with his.
I know, like, because what have they really done recently? Yes, they're famous from back then, but they're probably not rich.
They're not rich.
Yeah.
Like, they're not. Yeah, they were like a long time ago.
But I loved seeing like celebrities helping him. Like Paris Hilton used Heidi's sound and a couple other musicians. I forget who.
Well, he's also like not threatening, but he's calling people out.
Oh, Spencer's list. I saw people say that, but I didn't know what that meant.
It means you're on his shit list for not helping out. Because not only did his house burn down, but his parents' house burned down too.
Oh my gosh.
I think he grew up in the Palisades. So
Also, this is happening to Leighton Meester.
Yeah.
Because their house also burned down. And she apparently had an album that was like pretty good and didn't get a lot of attention.
Yeah, because you don't have Adam Brody on TikTok like telling you to stream it.
He's got to hype
second.
up his wife.
Yeah, I do think that something good did come out of it because I think they're very much not relevant anymore.
Yeah.
Like he kind of is funny on TikTok, but you know, they're trying to get themselves a show, but no one was really
Someone
going for
said,
it.
or I think he said they're in talks with Hulu.
Yeah, and apparently other networks are
now interested.
He really blew up though. I bet he's at close to 2 million now. Or
good for him though, you know, like doing what he can for his family. I'm sure. I think what I appreciate is like obviously it's such a sucky situation, and I'm sure he's stressed, but he's kind of like taking it with a grain of salt and like making light of it, or like, you know.
I think he has to too, because like what other income sources do they have?
True.
Besides her music.
I would lean into it too.
Yeah, for sure. So good for you. He's like also just not embarrassed to ask.
Yeah.
He's not asking. I mean, he does have a GoFundMe, but he's asking everyone to like stream her music so they can.
Yeah.
He's thinking bigger.
I love stuff like that where like you don't have to pay out of pocket. You're making a company do it, and then you're still helping someone. That's the beauty of TikTok.
And he was like, guys, please just stream it. You can put it on mute. I don't care.
Okay, family wellness.
Okay, so Steven's been gone for a couple days, and when he is here, he'll stay with the boys until they fall asleep, which takes freaking forever. But you know what? Better him than me.
That is a big undertaking.
It's a big undertaking, but he's like chilling in there on his laptop. And then in the middle of the night, they all come out anyway. But at least I have a couple hours without them.
Yeah.
And since he's been gone, like, I don't want to do that. So the boys are just sleeping with me in my room.
Uh-huh.
And it kind of works out because they don't fall asleep until 10 anyway. We get in bed around 9-ish. And by that
pretty
time,
late.
Oh, I know, it's so annoying. But I know it's a phase.
You can just go to bed with them. Is that
Exactly.
what you do?
I'm so tired. It's great, except they talk so much. And then they always want another cuddle and another, I don't know, another hug. And one day I was working on my laptop in my room, and Tyler comes like out of nowhere. It's really freaky because we're all in the darkness. And he comes, he's like, what do I have for lunch tomorrow? And I was like, okay, let's go back to bed. Like, we'll talk about it.
Are you not all on the same bed?
No. So,
okay.
Well, we start off like I'm on one side of the king size bed, and then Logan's on the other side of the king size bed, and then Tyler's sleeping.
He won't roll off?
Ground. He won't roll off anymore.
Oh, amazing.
Well, we'll see. And Tyler's sleeping on the ground on the crib size mattress right now. And he loves it. He says like super cozy. But
it's fun for him.
It's fun for him. It's like a sleepover. So I was like, all right, let's talk about what you want for lunch. And he was telling me, and he like whispered chicken nuggets. And Logan pops up. He goes, chicken nuggets? Like, I thought he was asleep. Chicken nuggets.
The magic word woke him up.
I was like, get back to bed. And he's like, okay. So it's been really fun. And I remember as a kid, when my dad went on business trips.
You did the same
I was in
thing?
elementary school. I wasn't this young, but my mom would let me and my brother like drag our blankets. And we would just each take a corner of their master bedroom and go to sleep.
Cute.
But I do remember one time, and my poor mom, I do remember my dad was on a business trip one time. My brother threw up. He peed in the bed. Oh, after she cleaned up everything, he then peed in the bed. I think he was like really sick that one time. And we were just like waking. I was like half in and out of consciousness.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And I'm sure she went to work the next day.
Yeah. Solo parenting when kids are sick is
a mom's life is
nightmare.
like the same no matter what decade you're in.
Totally.
But it was really tough when Steven got back yesterday to get them to go back to their own rooms.
Oh. Because they tasted.
Yeah, they tasted
the good life.
And when I wake up in the morning, though, somehow Tyler's also next to me. So all three of us are on the bed.
That is my one thing I haven't broken yet. They have never spent a night in my bed.
Wow. I kind of like it. I mean, I don't like it.
I think a lot of people like it. And as long as you don't mind, who cares? But that is my sacred place.
I get you. I hear you. And I was with you on that for a long time until like they wanted us to stay with them because they're so scared. And I'm like, I don't want to be in your room all night.
Yeah.
But Logan's been waking up in the middle of the night and just scratching the hell out of his head. And he cries so much. But the worst part is when he demands eggs at 3 a.m.
What do you do?
I tell him no. I show him, like, it's dark outside.
Yeah.
Look, it's dark outside. But then he just cries really loudly, and I don't want him to.
Have you ever given in?
No.
I was going to say, you should just make some eggs before you go to bed, and then you can give him, like, a bite.
He won't stop there, though. You know, he won't go back to bed, but he'll look at me dead in the eye and be like, 2 eggs. 2 eggs. And though I try to appease him because I don't want Tyler to wake up.
Yeah.
But anyways, that is the downside.
It's a phase, like you said.
Yeah, it's a phase. It'll be fine.
Where are we? Meal prepping strategy?
Oh, I wrote that.
Yes.
I have not implemented this, but my coworker told me about it, and I was like, oh, I like this. I haven't really heard something like this because people have rotating meals for dinner. Like maybe you have a 1 week, every single day is the same thing.
Oh, no.
Or maybe 2 weeks, and then every single day it's like you have lasagna this day, and you have pizza this day, and you have like meat this day. Yeah.
Okay.
But instead of having like exact dishes, it's more like categories. And so she does like Monday, they have swim class. So she just does like a picnic lunch in the car, which is basically whatever they will have for lunch typically, like a sandwich, yogurt type of thing. Tuesdays, they do Taco Tuesdays. It could be a bowl, it could be tacos, soft shell, hard shell. Wednesday's like a meat, Thursday's a fish, Friday is pizza. And she's like, so you don't really have to think like throughout all these different categories all the time.
I loosely have
Follow that.
I don't really have the categories, but I have more like 4 or 5 staples that I rotate through, and I'll do like one per day for a week. So like one of them is salmon.
Okay.
One of them
do you
is
always
like
prepare it the same way though, the salmon?
the salmon I do because that's Charlie's favorite meal. I'm not gonna mess with it. Although remember I sent you a picture. I made like a bowl for me and Victor. That was kind of switching it up, like turning it into a
bowl.
Yeah, with like avocado, cucumber, like mayo or whatever. I also do some form of like dumplings, so frozen xiaolongbao or pot stickers or something
On Tuesdays?
And it's not day specific, so it's just like in the week I'll plop it into one of the days. I used to do pasta, but I gave it a break because they weren't really into it, but I think I'm gonna bring it back for one of the days.
What kind of pasta? Like spaghetti?
Yeah, just like any shape, but I'll do like ground turkey with some veggies, and then with like actually I do marinara sauce with a little Alfredo to like make it creamier. And then I've been doing like just a simple like udon noodle with like a pre-made broth.
Where do you get the pre-made broth?
From Costco, that Korean bone broth. It's like in a pouch. And then I'll add like a veggie and, fish cakes or something because they like that.
Nice.
It's like I try to keep it very simple on the weekdays because then it's like I think the hardest part is actually like thinking up what to do. And these are things that like they'll mostly eat pretty well.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, why reinvent the wheel?
No, for sure. Especially if I haven't found the things that they eat very well yet. And I think variety gets them
excited.
Excited, but also just confused. Like it's overstimulating when there's too much stuff on their plate.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I thought that could be interesting.
I like it though. I definitely think just keeping it simple and like having this outline, whatever it is, helps a lot.
I just can't execute.
Okay, one last thing since we are short on time. Garlic. So I think I told you already, Victor came back from a work trip. I was also solo parenting. We were in parallel lives, but he got sick. He got quite sick. And I saw on TikTok that people are saying that you should eat raw garlic.
Yeah.
And it's like very effective. And he was such a good patient because I literally cut up like a clove of garlic and made him swallow it with like water. And he did it. But
like medicine.
He was like extremely, extremely sick. Like he came home from work. He had chills. He had a fever.
Dang.
He was like, I feel like I'm going to pass out, like very, very ill. And I was like, oh, this could be bad. Like this could be a week-long event. And part of it was like, of course, I don't want him to suffer, but I'd also like need him back on his feet. So I was like giving him elderberry stuff, emergency, but I made him take the garlic and he did it twice the first day that he was sick. And the next morning he woke up, he was like, I feel so much better.
He did it twice? Like, you made him eat 2 cloves
It was
of garlic.
like a pretty big clove. So I cut it. I gave it to him in 2 settings. And then yesterday I made him do it again. But he is like, I feel like he's improving very well. Instead of like being bedridden for multiple days. He's already like, he still obviously is sick.
Is he taking medicine as well?
He took Advil maybe the first day. I don't know if he did yesterday once, but he's not on like heavy meds or anything. And he, like, when he woke up yesterday, he was like, maybe it was the garlic. Like, he is learning to trust my weird TikTok things.
What are you going to do without TikTok?
I don't know. Although it's already taught me this, so.
Yeah. You're like, this is something friends, I can use forever.
If you are open to, I know it's not going to work for my kids, at least until they're older. Like, they're not going to be willing to eat garlic, but at least for the adults.
Does he chew it or you just swallow it?
I just
like
cut it into pieces you can swallow. Yeah.
Interesting.
So try it.
I mean, garlic has so many great properties to it.
Garlic and ginger, I think, are like very, very good.
Put it in everything. Yeah. Give me 14 of them.
So that is what I'm leaving you with, a tip if you are starting to feel sick. And I honestly think when you're starting to feel sick, do not wait. Like, the first sign, as soon as you can, get stuff in your body to help it fight. And I think it really makes a difference.
I think so too. And drink water, rest.
Lots of water.
If you can.
Okay, friends, we will continue next week.
Bye.
Oh, and happy Lunar New Year, because I think it will have passed when this episode comes out. Okay, bye.